Goober gang, in this video we're going to show you how to go from this to this. Let's get into it. Now there's a couple things to think about before you start your install. You want to think about where the top's going to sit. I'm going to be sitting on a bench right in here most of the time while I'm fishing, facing backward watching the rods, or potentially laying down on the deck. So I want my top a little bit forward. I also want a lot of room in the back here so I can cast out the back and have room for my rods. In addition to that, you want to make sure that when you pull the pins and lay your top down, first of all, think about if you're going to go forward with it or back and where it's going to lay in the boat. If you have this top down, you don't want it in the way. So if you can hide it somewhere, maybe back against your rod rack or up towards the front where you have room for your trolling motor and maybe your hatches, definitely think about that stuff ahead of time. As you'll see in the video, I didn't quite think about my second mount back here as well, so I had to drill a couple more holes in the boat to get that in the right spot. So whenever I get a Bimini top, I like to upgrade to the stainless steel. I had my buddy weld up some brackets that I'm going to attach to the boat, have these mounted up on the side, and then we're going to go from there. I ran up to Lowe's and I picked up some 1024 stainless screws. I got these with the oval machine head. You can see that right there. That's going to recess down into here so we have a nice flush mount on the top. Once we get these mounted up top, we're going to close them off with some nylock nuts down on the bottom so they don't back off as we run down the river or drive and trailer the boat. Attaching these to the boat, we've got some backing plates. We'll get to that in a little bit. We're not quite to that step yet. I got to take all four of these mounts right here and get all four of these Bimini top brackets in there ready to go. We're going to start by placing these on there and tracing the holes where I need the holes to go. Then we're going to take our drill and we're going to start with a small drill bit, and I should be able to step right up to a 3/16 after that. We'll see. We're going to go ahead and get these holes started here. Now we're going to step these up to 3/16. That should be big enough for our bolts to go through. So now we're ready to start mounting these up. I'm going to take one of my bolts, put it through, ready to go. Another bolt, drop that through. Everything lines up pretty nice here. Go on the bottom side, nylock washers. We're going to tighten those down real good. There we go. Just got to crank out 3 more. Now it's off to the boat. Now that we've got all 4 of those done, it's time to go install on the boat. Now the next thing you want to do is install some pad eyes. That's where you're going to take this strap and clip it in so you can secure the front end of the Bimini top. Now in order to do that, we got to figure out how this is entirely going to sit. So we're going to go ahead and pop that Bimini top up. All it takes is lining up your holes and throwing in your pins. I highly recommend going from the inside towards the out, so when you go to pull them, you're pulling into the boat and not over the water because you will lose some. Ask me how I know. Now we're going to go ahead and play around with these. You want to make sure that your tarp is angled slightly down. So you might have noticed I did move these up. I had them back here originally, and I was just a little bit too tilted up. It's going to catch wind as I flew down the river, So I move that up, it's gonna tilt the whole top down a little bit. You want it flat or tilting down a tiny bit. So I'm thinking about here, about the same on that one. So on these, we're just gonna mark them. Drill some pilot holes. Screw them in. I might have to enlarge those pilot holes a little bit. We'll see how strong these screws are. That seemed to work out all right, so we'll repeat the process on the other side. And before we jump over the other side of the boat, let's double check everything looks good here. I think so. And we're good to go. Now the nice thing about the way I have this set up is I can mount some camera gear to here if I'm going to film. I can leave it up as I drive down the road, then when it's time to attach, all I need to do is unzip, take the top off, and pull the strap forward, connect the bow eyes, and we're good to go. Nice, sturdy, we can run the river no problem. Just because this video is over doesn't mean the fun has to stop here. Check out these videos down below. Catch you some more goobers while you wait for our next video to drop. Later.